Good morning, everyone. And you know what? It's sometimes we have to be jolly and happy despite the pressures, the problems that we have. Yet, diba? Despite the weather, diba? Dapat cool yung ulo. Diba? Today we're gonna talk about, importante kini na issue is mental health. So, manang atong yung pangutanon itong sales na, are you feeling okay? Bagyan? I mean, everyone has a problem, but we have problems with many problems tingali, but maybe we have debts to pay, we have pressures, we have social media pressures, diba? So akong question ninyo ba is, are you pressured basad sa social media? Diba? Sometimes mo mag-usas pinaka akong problema sometimes is mental. Something it's like something our mind just create na kita feeling na to dako na ng problema and then wara day na, or we sometimes overthink, we think of scenarios, and most of the time we think of the worst case scenarios, diba? Pero man yung na concern lang ko na, because recently hapon lang I found out one acquaintance just to be honest, ended her life. Sad. It's a sad thing, but sometimes you think a person is okay at DI, diba? One day they're there doing stuff, maybe even talking and laughing, and then the next day you'll just find out na wala na sila. Grabe. And that's why I'm gonna ask you, diba? Unsa may pressures in your life? Do you think you have problems right now that's just artificially created, or artificially giving you pressure, diba? Na parang pressure na usahay na parang hindi mo na overwhelming na good kayo, pero usahay naman yung real na problems, diba? Watakibaw sa doon, but unsa may solution ana? I mean, depression in a way has been there for quite a while, but it's just that dili ta kaingon ba sometimes ang way rating ana for people to get out of depression is to talk to someone, di ba? But do you really have a person na you can talk to, someone na won't judge you? Supposedly about it trabaho sa mga psychiatrist, di ba? Mga shrink. Problema, we don't normally go to psychiatrists. We don't go to shrinks. And normally nindot ng shrink ka yung totally di gini mo kaila, basta kang uban mo kung kaila ni mo base na ray tendency na possibility na mahadlok sa ka mo bare all your secrets, because in the age of marites, mashock na lang ka na naman yung chismis. How do they find out, diba? Sometimes kinabang level of confidence, the privacy, I don't know, di mo kita na to i-value yung privacy sa mga tao ron mo. Na sometimes, normally marites na to kanang mga sikat lang, sometimes kung dili sikat, ipang marites man nato, mga silingan, ibaw ka ni Kintuan, ibaw ni Kuan, ibaw ka ni shushu daghan og ingana na it's, I don't know, basta na yung nakalisod exacerbates the problem, di ba? Kay if someone is feeling sad, lonely, or depressed, it would be hard to find someone to talk to. They'll talk to their friends, but it's fleeting. Magyapon, nagmarites lang to get, di sila mo talk sa ilang problems, man. That's a challenge, diba? Sometimes that's the duty. Ang shrink is the duty of the best friend or the husband, or sa ilisod mo ng anak kung husband or family. Okay, there's a tendency to judge, to ask gano'n nga ni mga gibuhat nga no, di ba na wala challenge na, di ba na who knows, di ba? Basta pwede coach, coach and then go on, maybe guys ang coach ko lang naki-coach at ito tingali, maybe she can help you out, pero wala na if you feel feel sad and lonely right now, tingali? Ano bang sad, depressed yun? Probably, yeah, you could magina ko ingon, talk to someone. Maybe sa una day, priest sa day, mga pare. Psychiatrist, pare, best friend, stranger, maybe. Sometimes, by letting it out, talking about it, na marabag usay lagi, i-talk about it na dili i-judge ba, maybe that's important sometimes right now. Lisod mo na skill right now is to listen. God, a lot of us loves to talk, tingali. Diba? Loves to talk about ourselves na kadabang kuan lang ba, ang talk about ourselves medyo boast instead of sa kay problema nato, no? Ang ngani, diba? Daghan sa dato ganahan lagi to talk to, would rather give you the expert advice rather than empathize. And I think mo ni atong pangitaon, maybe if ever tungod kinangita tana, maybe we have to transform ourselves to become more of listeners, more of empathizers, less judging, it's even less about advising. You don't need to make an advice or give an advice unless you're asked. But di ba kaya kang ganito ba nindo may mo advice sa usahay, pero but sometimes non-realistic sad, because usahay sad we can't give the right advice because we really don't know the whole situation usahay, di ba? Kada bang on face lang yung advice, because kasagarang problema, it's not on face lang, na panay deeper implications, na panay mga deep mga aspects, di ba? Na dili gid basta-basta lang. And sometimes it can be built through listening, and listen lang yun. Di ba? Especially now you're listening, tingali. Di ba? Pero bitaw, I think kung tingali ako ma-advise lang tingali sa marag sa depressed or something, maybe create something like this. Dayon i-post sa comment na imong drives or imong talks, maybe we can listen. Diba? If you need someone to listen, sige, I'll volunteer to listen to you. Sige, all you have to do is comment in one of my videos or this video your link of your podcast or your monologue or your like this, your log or vlog. So maybe we can listen to you. We can give you, we can spare, just like you spare 10 to 15 minutes of your time watching these drives. Maybe we could also, I could spare 10 to 15 minutes of my time just to listen to you. Diba? If you need someone, diba, to listen to your problems. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna give an advice, but ako rin advice lang, but to let it out. Maybe someone will be your guardian angel that would solve your problem. Diba? Your savior. I'm not gonna assure na ako na, but ako lang na let it out. Diba? If you feel if something bothers you, diba? Maybe I don't know, many things can break our hearts. I mean, not necessarily love lang na having a mate or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Many things, diba, na uban ma-disappoint lang sa napili lang team. Diba, ma-heartbreak sila. Diba, ma-heartbreak, napili sa sugal, o diba. Sometimes we have our own we have our own problems. Ma-heartbroken sila because they'll find out that they have sakit, they have sickness, diba? Or someone they love or someone they care for has a sickness, or death of someone close, debt sa nautang, diba? Maybe yes, maybe sometimes we always love to talk about our victories. We among our friends, we post the money, money akong conquest, money akong nabuhat, amazing kay ko, nidaog ko. But how about when it's the result is for kanang kuan ba? How about when the result is not on your favor? Unfavorable result. Diba? Are you still, can you communicate it to someone? Your disappointment, your frustration, your sadness, diba? Your annoyance or something like that, unsay mo feelings, can you communicate it with someone ba? Kana kung dili positive, because sometimes we always, in this generation kuan man grabe yung sa positive psychology, we always try to make a facade that we have the best life, diba? We have indot mga branded na sinina, diba? Laming restaurant, mga branded akong clothes, branded akong bag, diba? But the question is mo lang kung what if they're unpleasant even feeling? Are you gonna lie? Diba? Are you gonna lie na lang sa social media na as if everything's fine, life is awesome, diba? I think the challenge now is how can you communicate that, diba? Pero di ba sa tinay mo, sometimes most of us lagi we don't communicate it to the world until grabe na gud kay siya, diba? You don't say it to the social media until grabe na gud ang imong emotion, tingali ka na mapapay pang last na ni. Pero mo na ako iguan na dapat you have someone on top na makadungog nimo, or bisag way makadungog nimo, let it out maybe via like this, diba? Himo kag mana you can communicate, diba? So malang na ako naapektuhan yung go because why, you might be thinking na kung sa but naapektuhan yung someone really ended her life lagi na I didn't expect, diba? Diba? To take nga na ba? We didn't, of course, di ba sa tamo ka-pry ba naman di mo close tingalin sa kamuingon, hey, are you alright? Then listen dun sa kaya kuya sige lain mong sabot or lain sabton og lain ba, diba? But I think you need friends, so diba, you need friends that you can be honest. Well, listen mo you can tell everything, diba? May nagkuban, may na lang na tow truck from CCTO. Mag-traffic yun lagi ni Dre. Lisod kayo ni Dre, nalimagkuban ba? Nalimagpangka ni Kuan? Mga nakaayo. I don't know, nga nun sa ni another. Nasa tayo laing Kuan Dre. Laing bottleneck. So mana ko ikuan pangutanan na lang ninyo, hopefully kamo, I don't know, find a friend like that, find a shrink who can listen. Mo gina akong advice, kundi labay na lang sa kalibutan and hopefully a stranger will pick up your cry, diba? What kay ba, diba mo din cry ta, diba? Pero mo lang yun akong I don't know, what you think about it ba? What do you think about this situation? Kana may anak, how can we help someone, or how can we, if you feel, if you have a big problem, if you feel depressed, if you feel sad, how can we possibly help you ba? Of course, not that so we can really give you money. For example, money mong problema, di man everyone can. Pero how can we help you? I think parang na ako lagi ang matabang na nato is we can be the release valve. Diba? Sama ni aksidente. You need a release valve. Diba? Ang na pressure, bakit lang na release. And I think we can find that in some in professional by looking for professional help, but sometimes you just have to find someone who can listen to you kung bang maririsan mo once tanang frustration. I think a lot of us, especially if we live in a if you live in a modern city, or if you're connected to the net, to the world, to the network, you're probably gonna be aware na you probably have some frustration na tingali, especially the ones ka naman kung sige post of face kanang mga Instagram na personal na mga picture niya you like to show the world that you're happy. Na usayan. Do you know sometimes it causes undue stress sa uban sa atong mga kaila, na if you look like so happy, you go to this place, sometimes like na sila, but in a way nanay kasuya na the term sana all, grabe na suya, but na it puts sometimes undue pressure to others, diba? Ma-pressure sila kung ano nakaadto ni sila kaedad raman mi siya, nakaadto na lagi siya 30 countries, nagtatak yung passport, nakaadto siya Tokyo, nakaadto siya Singapore, nakaadto siya ano ba, or even nakaadto lang siya Desdool nakaadto lang siya Oslo nga ba na sometimes hindi na natutuyo na maapektuhan din negatively. So parang sure ko na maybe one of our friends or even us would need a release, diba? So mana grabe itong talk, medyo deep now, but hopefully yes, we can find, you can find, kung nalagi may problema para na mong offer, mani akong offer, let it out. Maybe not doesn't call me, doesn't really, you don't really need to call me. You can even make a private video lang and give me a link. If you need someone to listen, to watch, why not? Tabang na maybe we can help. Maybe you can help by just listening or acknowledging you. Di ba kayo na may usahay mga mara man ay problema, yung paano feeling nila, why nakuha nila, they just need someone who acknowledge them. Diba? As much as possible, we have to be, what you call it, generous when it comes to likes, generous when it comes to views, generous when it comes to even this one ba, shout out. You have to be generous on that. What's that? Bakit na may uban ko daghan ko na siya 5 million followers and just follow 10 people. Kuan ka, celebrity ka, but what's the kuan? You have to be generous. Generous at kasi like, mga fans ni mo ni like as much as possible ba? Diba? Pasalamat ka. Diba? So muna taas kini na video, but thank you so much for watching. Bye.